Hey, Central Louisiana, it's another edition of What's in Store coming to you from American Delta Insurance. Once again, visiting with Donna Villar. Today we turn our attention to kind of the more, obvious and normal insurance coverages. Let's start with homeowners insurance. What do folks need to be considering
Well,
there?
homeowners insurance is very important, of course, you know. I mean, that's one of the biggest investments you'll make in your lifetime, and the insurance is required by the lenders, you know, when you finance your home. And there's a lot of reasons why people buy homeowners and make it a priority to keep it active. Some of the things to consider is making sure that you're adequately protected. I mean, we were talking about hurricane season, and so some of the things that you want to make sure you have is a good, solid policy with adequate limits. You want to make sure that your home is adequately insured, your contents are adequately insured, and that you've taken time to look at the other things you have, like four-wheelers and tractors and things that you might have that are not covered under the homeowner policy. Don't make an assumption, but ask your agent and properly insure those items as well.
Just because it's connected to the home or just because it's at the home does not necessarily mean that it's automatically covered by the homeowner's
That's
insurance.
right. Your boat, your travel trailer, your golf cart. There could even be limitations for a Barbie car. You know, some of these policies have strict limitations on motorized vehicles, and four-wheelers are definitely not insured, even if they're under your carport. There are exceptions. If you're a handicapped person, some insurance companies will extend that coverage if you need that ATV to get around on your property.
So let's say I have the misfortune of experiencing a loss. What kinds of support documentation do I need to have for making a claim on my homeowner's insurance?
Well, I suggest, first of all, that you know how to file a claim. You know, especially in a disaster situation like a hurricane, your agent may also be experiencing the same tragedy that you're experiencing. So you want to make sure that you know the 1-800 numbers to file the claim. Documentation, you need to have your personal property inventory documented with video or photographs and or a list, because that's what the insurance company is going to ask you for before they write a check for your contents.
Of course, the other big area that we need to make sure is properly insured is our automobiles.
Correct. Automobile insurance is mandated, of course. Liability is what you have to have. A lot of people try to take other coverage away to save money, etc. But in a storm situation, as in a hurricane, for flood or storm damage, you need comprehensive coverage. Just make sure that you know what your coverage is, because the time to find out you do not have the coverage you need is not claim time. That's pretty upsetting.
So if I have questions about my insurance, or maybe I want some help evaluating my coverage, how can I get a hold of you?
Well, call us at 448-4009 or visit us at 5401 Jackson Street.
And that wraps up this edition of What's in Store. Once again, that's American Delta Insurance.